Welcome to Queen Majesty Stove. Today I want you to take a journey with me. We're preparing some coconut curry jackfruit, guys. See, it's not chicken. Look again. Coconut curry jackfruit. This is what's on Queen Majesty Stove today. All right. It is delicious. You have to try it to know that it's delicious. Okay, we're serving it up with some dumplings. You can have this with roti. You can have this with white rice or whatever you feel like. But look at this. Coconut curry jackfruit. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Stay tuned for this delicious journey. Walk with me. Go cook this now. Okay, so for my jackfruit, I'm going to be using seasons that don't really have a lot of salt in it for the majority of my seasoning process. We have these Flavor Mate original blend, garlic and herb, Southwest Chipotle. This one gives it a little spice. And I also have this season that doesn't have any salt in it. Here I have my flavor rates and my all-purpose. They have salt in them. I am going to be using them as I go to see if I really need any of those in my curry jackfruit. And of course, we're going to need our curry. So I'm using this brand called Indie. I like this curry. Okay. So let's get seasoning. Not going to be measuring these seasons, just a sprinkle, and you're going to season to taste. Okay. Okay, so we're just gonna lightly sprinkle. Remember this chipotle is spicy. So if you don't like too much spice, don't put too much of it. So I'm just gonna cover the jackfruit with these spices lightly. I'm gonna take the opportunity when I'm cooking it to taste it to see what it may need more of. And you can be very generous with these seasons because they have no salt. Okay. Then I'm gonna add this is 1 can of jackfruit. I just want to add like a tablespoon of curry. I'm going to be burning some of the curry, so that'll be additional curry to this recipe. These are just like to cut them a little bit, trying to maximize the flavor getting into all of it. That's why I cut them so small. They don't come this small in a can. Okay, so we set this aside and we're gonna prepare our veggies. So I'm very hungry. I want to get my dumplings started. I'm going to be having boiled dumplings with this. And I'm using some spelt flour. And I grounded some bulgur wheat. So I'm going to mix this together to make my dumplings. So in coconut oil, I'm going to saute some thyme, green bell peppers, onions, some purple onions, scallions, carrots, and some red bell pepper. And I have a couple pieces of ginger in here. So we're going to saute this in the oil and then add our curry to burn it a little bit and get this curry jackfruit going. Don't forget to add some fresh garlic for flavor. So at this point, I want to add my curry. I'm starting off with a teaspoon because I don't want it to be too overbearing. It's only a small amount of jackfruit. So I add a teaspoon and see where my color is. And then I could go ahead and add another teaspoon. Remember, we seasoned the jackfruit with curry already, so we don't want it to be too much. Alright, so in total I added 2 teaspoons. I don't think I need any more. What I'll do is, like, after I add the jackfruit that has curry, I could see where I'm at. So we want to go ahead and add some water to this just to cover the veggies a little bit, not too much water. I think this is sufficient. Okay. And I want my veggies to cook with a little seasoning. I don't want them to be too fresh. So I'm going to add some of my powdered seasoning to this mixture just to flavor the veggies. So we have the flavor bits. This is like less than a teaspoon. Sprinkle that in there. Then like less than a teaspoon of the Maggi all-purpose. Again, we'll want to season to taste, because the jackfruit, it came in a can and it's in a brine. I had it soaking like for most of the day, but I don't know how much salt came out of it, so I just want to not put too much seasoning, you know, from the jump, and so we can taste it later on and see what's going on with the salt levels. So before the jackfruit, I gave this a little taste and it has a nice flavor already, so I don't think I'll run into the problem of being too salty. I want to add my jackfruit while my veggies are still maintaining their character and color, because I don't like my veggies to be too soft. Okay, and remember that jackfruit is already cooked. Okay, so let's add our jackfruit. And you just want to stir this up. Look like curry chicken, not true? Lad. And again, I want these pieces to be smaller, so I just kind of like crack them a little bit so that it gets infused with the curry. So I have a little gravy going on there. I want to turn on the fire because I don't want it to burn. Okay. So at this point, I want to add my coconut, and it's coconut cream. I'm doing like 2 teaspoon, full teaspoon, like that, and that should be sufficient to give it this nice coconut flavor. Okay. So this is our coconut curry jackfruit. Just give this a little bit more time to simmer down, and we're going to let it sit so the flavor continues to infuse the jackfruit, because I don't want it to cook too long. Then it's going to be too mushy. Alright, so give this another 5 minutes. So there you have it. I gave the coconut cream like a good 6 minutes to cook, and this, I'm going to let this sit for a minute. I'm going to eat it right away. But look at that. All my veggies maintain their character and crunchiness. And it has a nice gravy and it tastes delicious. The coconut really gave it a nice flavor. Look at that, guys. Don't it look like curry chicken? Talk it out. Look at that. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Queen Majesty Stove. If you love this recipe, give me a thumbs up. Let me know if you try it and how it worked out for you. Look at that. Enjoy.